Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate's Stay Night Remastered with Jurgen Jays. We have, as you see on screen, Gilgamesh's identity has been revealed. He is the other archer, the Golden Archer, our beloved surfer, frat boy, wannabe. Just so y'all know, if you hear crunching, it is because I have chips and salsa here with me. I also have a Margie boy with me, a margarita, if you will. Quite enjoying myself with it, and yeah, so quite a combo. So if I have to pause, it's likely for a little sip and a little crunch, just to keep me pushing through. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get reading. Saber sounds like she's trying to keep the fear from her voice. Gilgamesh relishes her reaction. Oh, I was wondering when the new servant data would be added. Indeed, I am the strong... Oh, wait, no, that's not his voice. Dude, indeed, like, totally. I am the strongest heroic spirit, and you should fight me. Come at me, bruh. You will find you're no match for me. There's nothing else to discuss. I am curious about this. Does it actually have his hero info? It does. I've been reading through these. It's been a while since I've read one. I am going to read through this one. If you do not want to listen to me carry on through this, I find these little bits interesting, but if you don't want to listen to that, there should be a timestamp appearing up on the screen right now. Go to that point in time, and you'll be able to skip over this. No hard feelings whatsoever. Alright, let's read this thing. Part man, part god. He's a king who ruled Uruk, a city-state of Sumeria, before the Common Era. A ruler not just of legend, but who is also believed to have actually existed. He's written about in one of mankind's oldest epic poems, the Epic of Gilgamesh. I was actually I didn't choose it because of me playing Fate. It just happened to pop up on my recommended feed for YouTube. So I was kind of listening to it as I was falling asleep. It was like a history of the Epic of Gilgamesh and how it came to be and different stuff like that. So very interesting. I've been listening to a lot of like long history YouTube videos to fall asleep to recently. A 2/3 divine and 1/3 human demigod. Why not half and half? He is peerless sovereign of the world and a supreme being who has obtained everything in existence. Initially, he was a tyrant and who thought little of his citizens, but his behavior gradually changed after befriending Enkidu. Enkidu was a divine creation made by the goddess Aruru in response to the prayers of the people suffering under Gilgamesh's oppressive rule. Enkidu and Gilgamesh were destined to meet, and they affected one another greatly. At first, Gilgamesh feared and viewed Enkidu as an enemy. Is that what Enkidu, the legendary Pokemon, is based off of, like, name-wise? But the two soon formed a mutual bond, and later worked as equals to govern the nation. The two of them also defeated the guardian of the forest, the divine beast, Humbaba, and Gilgamesh would eventually go on to be known as the greatest king on Earth, taking possession of every fortune known to man. At this point, Gilgamesh was a dazzling and powerful being that even the gods could not ignore. A goddess fell in love with Gilgamesh. The goddess of fertility, Ishtar, proposed marriage to the perfect king, but Gilgamesh bluntly rebuffed the goddess' approval. He did so because he knew Ishtar and a capricious and brutal witch who ruined men's lives. An angry Ishtar claimed Gilgamesh insulted her, and she sent her father a news bull of heaven to earth as retaliation. The unleashing of this unbeatable divine beast caused 7 years of famine and destruction. Gilgamesh and Enkidu worked together to confront the bull of heaven and successfully defeat it, further tarnishing the goddess' reputation. Ishtar's anger could not be quelled, so the goddess asked the gods for the death of either Gilgamesh or Enkidu, reasoning that a human killing a divine beast is a punishable sin. Ishtar's wishes were heard, and Enkidu slowly wasted away until they died, as they were a creation of the gods and unable to resist their orders. This was the start of Gilgamesh's downfall. He was shocked to find that his friend, the only one who could match him in power, was just as capable of death. Gilgamesh was haunted by the fear of this doom, and so he set down on a journey to the underworld in search of immortality. After an arduous trek, Gilgamesh obtained the elixir of immortality. However, as he bathed en route home, a snake drank the elixir. That's why Gilgamesh earlier was like, yeah, I gave the Holy Grail to a snake. And Gilgamesh was left to die in despair. It is said the snakes are reborn into a new body each time they shed their skin because one drank Gilgamesh's elixir. Humanity's oldest king of heroes, Gilgamesh. Tales of his clash with the gods, his journey to seek immortality, and a great flood over the world. Everything in his epic became the archetype and basis for all mythology. His name may not be as recognizable as Arthur or Heracles, but this comparatively nameless figure is the oldest hero king. His overwhelming power truly makes him the strongest heroic spirit. So he's definitively the strongest hero spirit. Cool. Alright. Welcome back to those of you that decided to skip. I plan on going some minutes over, so that way you guys are still getting the same amount of view time. There's nothing else to discuss. All that's left now is for him to use his endless noble phantasms to annihilate his enemy. Oh. Dude, even knowing my name, you still intend to oppose me? You must understand you can't possibly win. I'm like, totally powerful and stuff. I will know nothing of the sword until I try. You may be the king of heroes, but there must be something that even you cannot surpass. The air around Saber wavers. Whoop, 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 whoop. She's taking off her seals. The wind envelops her as it picks up, becoming a whirlwind to protect her. As it does, her golden sword is revealed. No! Saber! I don't believe this. Does Saber intend to use Excalibur? Yeah, why wouldn't she? You're fighting the strongest heroic spirit. I love this expression. It's like disgust, I guess. Gilgamesh stops. He must know how powerful Saber's sacred sword is, because his self-assured composure falters. Is he... Now, he may have all these different noble phantasms, but is he able to use their abilities, or are they just weapons in his entourage? Saber glances toward me briefly, but her focus is on Gilgamesh now. Because if that is true, he can't fight Excalibur with Excalibur, kind of a thing. And what if I jump in with Caliburn? Granted, I don't think I would... I don't know. I don't know if that would help. ... Is she telling me to run away while I have the opportunity? Gilgamesh's back is to the river, while Saber is over here with me. This positioning must be the result of our shuffling around earlier. Before I realize what's happening, Saber is facing Gilgamesh, protecting me. Oh. No! You can't! Not here! Not now! No! I try to force myself to move. And with all the strength I can muster in my numb body, all I can manage is lifting a single arm. I use every bit of magical energy in my body to use that arm to push myself up. I mean, I'm sure you'll heal it in no time. Oh, that scratched my throat. I've lost all sensation, but every bone in my body creaks as I begin moving. The pain is a warning. My body is coming apart at the seams, and if I move, that'll be it. He's actually just powering up to go Super Saiyan. I push myself to my feet, ignoring the warning. I try to endure the pain. I don't have time for it. What I need to do is get to my feet as fast as I can and protect Saber. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Duh? Really? It's the same premonition I felt when I faced Gilgamesh myself. We can't beat him, no matter what. My instincts keep telling me that I just can't let Saber fight him. The famed sacred sword, very well. swirling wind has become a raging vortex. Even in the face of that dazzling sword, Gilgamesh is unintimidated. Well, because he has that sword, plus, like, all the other swords and spears and every other kind of weapon imaginable that he can just launch at you like the biggest ballista in the world. On top of that, I suppose I should select a weapon well suited to oppose it. He draws a strange sword from the gate behind him. Oh, it's cool. Still in its sheath. Oh no, it's like wrapped up in cloth. That's where my premonition came from. That's a cool pose and image. That's my premonition came from. The sword he downed doesn't exist in any legend. I can't identify every one of the noble phantasms floating behind him, but I have no idea about that sword. Oh, I can, not can. I possess, like, the originals of all the noble phantasms. It's no big deal, but they're all nameless. They are also not the only weapons I possess. They are all nameless. Oh, they were nameless, like, at the time? The sword itself is cylindrical. It consists of 3 segments, each rotating in different sections. Does he have, like, a primitive drill? It looks like a... Oh, took the words right out of my mouth, Shirou. It looks like a drill capable of piercing solid bedrock. Is it capable of piercing the heavens? Rah, fight the power? I hope someone gets that reference. This is different, though. Only the King of Heroes may wield this sword. It has no name, so I simply call it Ea. You know, my baby. My one. So all you want is to compare the strength of our noble phantasms. Light flashes off their weapons. The 2 of them are still about 10 meters apart. Gilgamesh can't possibly avoid her attacks from that distance. Yeah, there's no need to hold back now. I always wanted to go up against the sword they say is strongest. His laughter echoes in the space between them. Saber must have taken that as a... But why can't I read this word? That word, you see it on the screen. I know, you can read. I think, I hope. Be kind of weird if you were into visual novels and you couldn't read. Very well. Then defend yourself against my sword if you can. Provocation! There we go. It just wasn't clicking in that moment. Saber moves. Her lips from the sword's true name. There's nowhere to run now. The noble phantasm, released when its wielder speaks its name, strikes mercilessly at Gilgamesh. It's time, dude! Awaken Ea! Starts like... dun 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 dun, like beach type tribal music starts playing in the background. The cylindrical sword roars. But make it Middle Eastern. Beach tribal music. In response to Gilgamesh's words, and 3 segments roll faster. Oh, so it's kind of doing its own little vortex like Saber's doing. If Saber's Excalibur summons a whirlwind by driving wind away, Gilgamesh's Ea creates a gale by drawing wind in. Oh, so she forces away, he pulls in. X! But Saber is more experienced with handling her anti-fortress noble phantasm. It's faster than Ea. Saber pours as much magical energy as she possibly can into her weapon in seconds, igniting its massive power. Caliburn! Ah! She doesn't hesitate. Saber unleashes the might of the sacred sword, so powerful it could split a river in 2. I mean, rocks can split a river in 2 at the same moment, but I get what you mean. Like parting the Red Sea type deal. Enuma Elish? Billie Eilish? A light of matching intensity flares to meet Excalibur's attack. Wah! Ah! Yeah. Jeez, okay. Alright, let's blow up the whole city. The impact is tremendous. Raging winds tear trees from the ground. The colliding lights are like an exploding sun, blinding me. No, I'm on the verge of being carried off by the wind. I cling to the ground with my one functioning arm. It's all I can do to weather the storm of wind, light, and heat. Where's the heat coming from? How long will this go on? Their overwhelming attacks are so powerful. I fear they might split the world in two. But then... Someone got injured? It suddenly ends, with Saber surrounded by white light. In a good way? Did we win? New servant data added. What got added? Flowchart. Servant. Servant data? Saber? Barrier of the Wind King. Sword of Light. Oh! Cool. Okay, I'm not gonna read through that, but cool. Good to know. A crash breaks the unexpected silence. Something thud. That may have been a Caliburn that I was looking at, but who knows? Something thuds into the ground beside me. Saber? I know what it is. Even half blind, I couldn't mistake what I'm seeing. Oh. That's an image. I mean, it's not like grim. I mean, no, there's a lot of blood there. That's tough. Ah, what a line. Yay, joy. Rejoices. She looks dead. She's a bloody mess. In the distance, the Golden Knight, completely unscathed, laughs like a madman. So, is that all the power humanity's strong as sacred sword can muster? Human power is truly pathetic. His laughter rises so high, it seems to soar up into the heavens. This must be hilarious to him. He's just smiling to himself. Not even paying Saber any mind, now that she's fallen. Saber! She doesn't answer. Blood spurts from her mouth as she tries to gasp. The world goes red. What was I doing? I knew this would happen. I knew Saber couldn't win against Gilgamesh, so why didn't I try to stop her? Even if I had to use a command spell. What a bore! Not even a challenge! I'm disappointed. You were so easily defeated, Saber. You're like supposed to be my wife. What a pathetic excuse. My mistake, though. I should have gone easy on you. You are just a woman, after all. You know how weak they are. Real cool being sexist, dude. Great job. His smug voice is grating. This was my fault. I thought she could win. As bad a feeling as I had about this, I was sure Excalibur would win. I may have told her to stop, but my command spell didn't react. I obviously wasn't serious. If I'd been serious about protecting her, I could have used the command spell to make her escape, even if it was just her, and there would have at least been options for me to fight on my own. So, it's time for me to collect what's mine, get my trophy, you know? She's gotten a little dirty, but no matter. I'll clean up the blood, it's fine. The guts, I'll just shove them back in the stomach, it'll be good. She was gonna end up that way anyway. A scratch here or there makes no difference. A scratch? You do not bleed that much from a scratch, sir. His voice draws closer. ... Saber must have come too. I see her eyes open. Saber! Are you alright? I can see her breathing, yet I'm still far enough away that I can't reach her. She lays still, but I can't run to her. All I can do is call out to her. Saber! 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 I'm not gonna get that loud. I have people in the house with me beside me. Saber's mouth opens. She breathes in as if to ask for help, but even that is painful enough to send her into a coughing fit. Gonna get a chip here. Shirou, are you there? Her voice is weak, and the question makes clear she can't see me. Hold on, I can't very well say I'll help. I'm on the ground too, and can only move one arm. Can't even offer words of encouragement. At least, she can't see me in this pathetic state. I hope Rin, or maybe Lancer, question mark, might save the day in a weird, ironic way. Oh, I see. I must have lost. She tilts her head toward me, her eyes lifeless. I'm sorry. Please, escape. Even if you must do so alone, Master. Saber coughs up blood. Anger seizes me, an icy red. Is she actually dead? I'd been relying on Saber, and this is a result. I took one hit, and I can't even get up. I grab my head with one hand. That still works. I could just about kill myself. I have every intention of crushing my head, and so pour all that strength I can into my hand. The switch fails. Instead of using my finger, I imagine a hammer to press the switch to change myself into a mage. I wonder what that will do differently. Don't ever use it again. Oh, thank you, Rin. Projection is beyond your abilities. I hear Tosaka's voice. She said that trying to do magecraft beyond your abilities will destroy the caster's nerve and magic circuits. So what? Saber's more important than any of that. If I can't protect her, I don't need my head anyway. She saved me so many times. I've never cared about someone the way I care about her. So, if I can't protect her, I'm better off dead. Things got not dark. I mean, not like dark. Not like grim dark fantasy sci-fi, but I mean, we're not happy fun times right now, for sure. This is a situation that I'm struggling to see how plot armor or anything will get them out of, unless, again, someone else comes in and intervenes. I hear the pounding of iron. The shattered bones of my body are being reinforced by magical energy. There's no holding back. I throw my switch open wide, ignoring my own limits. I generate as much magical energy as I can. My spine ignites, and my entire body grows red hot. My brain feels like it's melting, and I bite my tongue to endure it. I hate... There's so many nerves in your tongue. Anytime I accidentally bite my tongue, it is some of the most intense, instantaneous pain that you can feel. My teeth sink into the fleshy muscle. Don't describe that. If I have to bite a hole in my tongue, don't do that. To remain conscious, so be it. I don't think more pain is what's going to equal consciousness. What? The footsteps stop. Gilgamesh's amused laughter stops with them. What? Shirou. What are you doing? You mustn't. Your body will... She must sense something, even without being able to see. Saber screams as she tries desperately to push herself up. Something in me snaps. Stand up. My body tries to ignore my orders, but it begins to move with the help of the surge of magical energy I pour into it. It's like being set on fire and instinctively running toward water in hopes of surviving. I don't care. It's better than seeing Saber like that. Oh. Yeah. Both times that she got torn a new one. That was Berserker. Yeah, that was Berserker that did... no, was that... That was Berserker. Yeah, not Lancer. Lancer, she did fine against. I think she did get a wound, but nothing that serious. Oh, right. With my mind very nearly burning up, I finally realize. From the beginning, I vowed to wield my sword because I didn't want her to get hurt. Where's your sword, bruh? You gonna summon it? What? I told you to flee, so why? I stopped the enemy from approaching. Saber is behind me on the ground. This is it. There's no way I can retreat now. Trace. On. I restrain my panicking, burning body and focus my will. I need to imagine one single thing. I divide the projection into 8 sections and replicate the lost sword. Caliburn? Yep, okay. There's something solid in my left hand. I don't even have to look. I'm just that good. My second attempt at manufacturing the sword succeeds. My sword, no. That's not right. You should know very, oh wait, that's Saber, never mind. My sword, no. That's not right. You should know very well that we still cannot win against him. If you can move, you have to run. I'm not running. I came here to get you. No way am I going home alone. I ready the sword. I hold it in both hands. It's so much heavier than the bamboo sword. And glare at Gilgamesh. Yeah, the Giga Chad. Gilgamesh. No, stop, Shirou. He is... I ignore Saber's words and take a step forward. There's about 4 meters between us. If I rush at him with all my might, maybe I can cut him down. He doesn't move. Gilgamesh watches me. Not watches me, he watches me. It'd be kind of weird if he was like, alright, bath time now. For a moment, then laughs. Suppose I'll kill you then. I mean, it wasn't a part of the plan, but like, Calibunga, dude. His voice is utterly devoid of emotion. Yeah, except for, like, joy. My interpretation of it. Gah! I instinctively block the attack that comes my way. Oh. Okay. Good for you. Why you? I dodge the surprise attack by swinging sideways. Too slow. If the first attack is a sudden gust, the barrage of attacks that follows is like a storm. Blocking is all I can do. Hey, I mean, you're blocking. That's shocking, honestly. Actually, I wouldn't have even been able to block the first attack on my own. Fortunately, when I reproduced the sword, I also reproduced its memory. Huh. A sword that's been in so many battles gains a will of its own after all that experience. Maybe in Magic Land, sure, but not in reality. But we're in a Magic Land, so I'll put my on my suspensive disbelief. Suspensive belief? How do you say that? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean. The sword must have already mastered this particular dance. I can't follow Gilgamesh's attacks, but the sword seems able to. Before I move my arm, the sword is already reacting to Gilgamesh's attacks. I let the sword guide me, and manage to parry Gilgamesh's fierce attack. It doesn't last long. Every time I swing the sword, my fingers go numb, and I find myself gradually lagging more and more behind the sword's guidance. You mongrel! This is beyond unseemly. Just like give up. Just submit, bruh. Gilgamesh must not be able to tolerate even the slightest bit of resistance from me. He glares hatefully at me as he backs up just the slightest bit. I'm saved. If he'd kept attacking, I wouldn't have lasted another second. I try to catch my breath. And then... You filthy faker! If you are so enamored of it, I will show you the real thing. He draws a sword. Oh, does he have Caliburn too? That doesn't look quite the same. That's actually, that has kanji on it. Down there, like at the bottom of the, like the base of the blade. Isn't that a kanji? Or a hieroglyphic of some kind? What? It looks familiar. The decorations are different though. The thought that went into making that sword, as well as its soul, are too similar to this sword. Don't. Oh, okay. So my Caliburn is modeled. So by prototype, they didn't necessarily mean the actual thing. More like, this is what that weapon was modeled off of. That is not the same thing. That's right, but its precious as a noble, or its precision is noble. Oh, can't speak. But its precision as the Noble Phantasm is without equal. The sword and the stone you hold now originated with the Norse legend of the sword impaled in the Tree of Supremacy. And this sword is the prototype for both. Ooh, Norse legend of the sword impaled in the Tree of Supremacy. I'm not gonna read this on camera. I'm just curious. Norse sword lodged in Tree of Supremacy. That's for my reading later. Cool. Alright, let's get back. Right. And this sword, my baby, is the prototype for both. This sword serves as the very foundation of the concept of the divine right of kings, dude. Is he saying he's holding the original model for the sword in the Tree of Supremacy? The Norse hero Sigmund's demonic sword Gram? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the story. No child surpasses their parent. Replicas deteriorate with each iteration and are no match for the original. Light flares from the blade. The sword understands perfectly that this is the same attack which killed Berserker in a single strike. Yours or its? Like his prototype. It must be protecting its owner. The sword in my hand moves toward the enemy's sword more fiercely, more powerfully than ever before. Huh. I wonder if even in Shirou's like recreation of it, if he gets to use what's it called? Noble Phantasms. If like he has that ability too. The Noble Phantasm is called Caliburn, the golden sword of assured victory, but it shatters instantly in the face of Muerodak, the original sin. Oh, that's what that's... I thought you called it something different. Which is it? Or are you saying the Norse one is one thing and then his is another? I mean, his is the prototype for both, but anyway, I think I'm just kind of confusing myself at this point. I hear something sliding along the ground. It's a faint rustling sound. Is the park's ground slippery? I roll across the ground like a bit of trash in the wind before finally coming to a stop. Shirou! 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 Her voice tells me I'm still alive. Oh. There you are, Saber. I'm relieved to see that. I thought I'd been blown away, but it doesn't matter since Saber's here. And then, as long as I can stand up, I can run to her. I glance at my arm. It's red. My arm is covered in some sort of sticky red membrane, but there's no blood coming from it. Do not move, please! Do not move, Shirou! Saber's shouts reach me as I lay there, staring at my arm. It looks like my torso is what's hurt. That single attack. I'm pretty sure Gilgamesh's sword is what sent me flying. That at least explains why I'm injured. Yeah, I'm just like cut in half. It's no big deal. Maybe that's what I'm just assuming. If his torso is injured and there's a big glob of blood or red on his arm. Doesn't look too great. No wonder Saber's so upset. The only thing I can move is my right hand. My left hand doesn't move. I'm not even sure what happened to my left hand. Ugh. Can't even breathe. A diagonal slash covers my torso, starting at my left shoulder. The slash runs all the way through my body, separating parts of me like mismatched building blocks. Wow, what a description. I look like a ginkgo leaf. Okay. I've been cut open from shoulder to hip. That's kind of what I thought, was that you had been spliced in two. Maybe not all the way through, but you got the Zoro cut that he got from Mihawk in the East Blue. It's actually creepy I'm still alive right now. I don't think this miraculous survival is going to last long. And with that, I think I'm going to end it there. That's a pretty good, interesting spot to end it on. Shirou's impressing me right now. I mean, I know he has like the guts. He's never lacked that, for sure. But yeah, this is just taking it to a new level. So, really desperate situation. Really, really curious to see what's going to happen next. I'm recording the next episode right after this. Or that's my plan at the very least. But really curious to see what happens. So, hope you guys have enjoyed it. All the reactions, all the voicing, everything in between. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves now. Bye.